but I don't have experience with fundamentals like that. You can't really predict that. I have experience with these candles and the algorithmic movements based off of inefficiency and efficiency. So that's why I feel like, yeah, we could see 389. And then from there, I'd be watching this swing low down here from when we reached into this 3-month level. Okay. Until price further develops and gets closer to this 3-month low, then yeah, I will put out a video talking about Bitcoin Cash doomsday. Okay. But until I see the 3-month structure break, I'm solid on a bullish outlook. All right. All right, so this is Bitcoin Cash doomsday. So Bitcoin Cash took a huge beating. All right. First and foremost, let's talk about that 389, where that came from, right? So looking at December's candle, December's low. I was saying in January, look at where we are, right? Look at how close we are to December's low compared to December's high. And we ended up closing January as an inside bar, all right? Inside bars, extremely rare. Very next candle, not even 2 weeks into February, we took out not just December's low, but also a very key level inside of our 3-month imbalance. All right. Now, is Bitcoin Cash dead and dying? No, I don't think that's the case. You guys got to remember, all of that downward price action that day came from the tariff situation and trade war situation, right? It pulled the whole market down. And naturally, you're going to have cryptocurrencies that fall just a lot harder than others. All right. Sad to say, Bitcoin Cash was just one of those. And think about, I want you guys to understand this. H bar was also among some of the crypto that fell much harder, right? I would have never thought that H bar would have fell like 40+%. It fell more than Shiba Inu, guys. Like, just to let you know the magnitude of some of the weirdness that happens in this market. But that's just how it goes. So Bitcoin Cash ended up taking out my key level for this imbalance. So what does that mean? Where do we go from here? I want to break that down with you guys now, because I haven't done a full outlook since we've taken out this low. So let's take a look at what has happened. So we already had this swing low formed, which makes this area a fair value swing low. So now we need to focus on how we reacted after taking that liquidity down there. So obviously you can see that price has reacted in a bullish fashion, right? We are moving away after hitting just underneath that low. But let's see what's going on the weekly and give you some levels to watch out for in terms of price. I would be paying attention to this space right here, right? We need to see how this current week ends and see if we can get a bearish gap to form. Okay, so I'm just going to draw this out as a hypothetical, not anything that's confirmed. You know, we still have 4 days and 7 hours, so anything could happen. But let's just be hypothetical and say that we ended up getting this imbalance. We'd want to see if price gets in here and follows through lower. Now, in my most recent Bitcoin analysis video, I am expecting Bitcoin to go to 89,000. And of course, if that happens, that's going to bring pain not just to Bitcoin Cash, but to the entire market. So I am keeping an eye on what is likely going to happen, but it's too early to tell, right? All of this price action right now may not even be relevant over the next 3 to 4 weeks. Okay, so what I'm watching is this reaction right now and seeing what areas or levels can be reversed as far as going higher. I'm not looking for any reason to be bullish. What I'm looking for is the intended direction of price, right? I'm not one of these people who are just, gonna be bullish no matter what happens. Okay, that's just not right? So again, I would consider this doomsday. This would be doomsday for Bitcoin Cash. Now, here's the thing that I want you guys to understand. Nothing about Bitcoin Cash has changed. Nothing about Bitcoin Cash's technology or usage or blockchain has changed. So if you're holding Bitcoin Cash and you're going a little crazy after seeing what's happened to the entire market, just remember, it's not Bitcoin Cash. It's really our own emotion, right? It's okay to feel like Bitcoin Cash is dead, right? Everybody feels that way until it's not. It's okay to feel like, oh, this thing is not going to be anything anymore. I mean, again, Bitcoin Cash has not changed. There's still 21 million supply, max supply. It still sends and receives because I can do it just fine. There's no CEO selling off the company because he feels like it's going away. Like, nothing like that has happened. There's no bad news around Bitcoin Cash. It's just a matter of waiting. Let's just stay abreast on what Bitcoin is doing. Stay on top of what Trump is saying and just watch how this stuff folds out. Again, I think Bitcoin is going to drop back to 89,000. I think that's going to be another opportunity, and we will see what happens at the end of March. Like, I'm really looking at how March closes right now, because a lot of things are flowing from a 3-month perspective. Over here on Bitcoin Cash, we've already taken out a very crucial 3-month level that I really wanted to see close. And for you guys, that's another thing I want to point out. First and foremost, I am not always right. I don't want you guys to think of me as any type of potential Nostradamus or anything like that, right? I sincerely do technical analysis, and sometimes I'm wrong, right? I will own up to that 100%. In my last Bitcoin Cash video, I said I am confident that we will still make it to 718. And even if my structure broke, I'm still confident. Okay? I'm still confident. But manual intervention happens, guys. I didn't know that Mexico and Canada were going to turn around and slap tariffs on the United States, right? And what's funny to me is Trump had been speaking about tariffs throughout his entire campaign trail. So why is it that the market just so happened to react to it when they see he actually did it? Like, I just find that so funny, you know? But again, that hit all of our coins, all right? Unless you were in USDT, it hit everybody. But nothing with Bitcoin Cash has changed. Don't panic, guys, and don't get mad because it's not doing what you want it to do. We really got to be patient out here. We have to be professional investors, even though we really want to just get millions of dollars and be rich or whatever is in your bag, right? Your crypto bag. I know you wanted to go to the moon, but we have to be professional, and we have to limit our emotions and understand that it's not your crypto that's going through all these things. It's our emotions. I was a little distraught when I saw that level taken, but it's okay. Like, that happens. It's not the end of the world. On the 6-month, we have no imbalances here. We're gonna have to pay attention now to our previous candle highs and lows, okay? So for this current 3-month candle, we've already taken out previous candles low, as well as the previous candle that was in July of 2024. I'm gonna have to gauge how this candle closes, okay? Not just from a monthly perspective, but a quarterly perspective. I wanna see where we are at the end of March. I don't trade Bitcoin Cash with leverage. I have a spot bag. So I'm looking at the higher time frames and I'm just going with the flow, okay? On the weekly, here's your near-term outlook. See if we close with a weekly bearish fair value gap. If so, pay attention to how we react to it the following week. Will we even get into it? Or otherwise, will we get a gap and just continue to fill this wick to the downside? That's something that we'll need to keep an eye on. But if Bitcoin turns around and Bitcoin starts to see 102, 103, 104, upwards to 108 again, I'm confident that this gap, if it's a gap, will be invalidated. But we're gonna have to take it a day at a time, a week at a time, and let price just manifest, okay? So right now, that would be my analysis for Bitcoin Cash. This is your doomsday analysis, all right? It's not looking good. It is not looking good for Bitcoin Cash after that news with the tariffs and the market's reaction. We also have NFP this week. So in 2 days, we've got NFP. I'm going to be watching the press release to see what's released and what effect that has on the market. Okay. I have no idea what Friday is going to bring. We'll see what happens, and I will see you in the next analysis. I'll be keeping an eye on this for sure.